Hello, students. I hope you're doing well on this first day of class. Let me take you on a tour of the course. When you enter our botany course, you will hit the announcements first, and these will be important engagement pieces. Lots of videos, schedule reminders, that sort of thing. Or if people keep asking the same question, I'll put it here and hope that I'll catch your attention. So today I hope that you'll click on all of these links and we are in the course home. And so go into the content and start reading. You'll find that on the left there's a table of contents and these titles expand into other folders. And when you're reading in the class through the table of contents, all these links show up. Scroll down and you'll find all the information. So let's go through some of those assignments. After you look through content, you'll see that there is a normal cadence to what we're doing. Every unit is roughly 3 weeks long. We'll have a 2-week discussion in which we build a study guide. We report on our reading, ask questions, and then the third week will be a special topic. And so when you go into assignments, all you're going to see are the drop boxes, and the only things that have drop boxes are your assignments related to the final project, and then your assignments related to the labs. And the reason why we're not seeing the drop boxes for the labs is because when you get your lab kit, which probably won't happen for 3 or 4 weeks, it doesn't happen until the census day. You'll go into the lab kit verification and it'll take a photo of you in your lab kit and you'll upload that file. And when you do that, and I will say thank you, uh, all those drop boxes will open for the labs. So you must pass this step to see the lab submission. Right now, you can get started on these pre-labs. We'll be using HOL labs, and so if you go in here, you'll see how you can get to be familiar with that. And then this is our first lab, and it lives in the course. It's not related to the lab kit. You don't need any lab supplies for it. It is a thought exercise. You will design an experiment. You will not have to do the experiment. The main thing is to introduce you to inquiry-based education and the idea of, thinking beyond the experimental design that is specifically scripted to you in the lab uh, resources. So now let's go to discussions. You should go to discussions every single time you log into the course. There is always a discussion open, and the deadlines are typically on Wednesdays. And so in a 2-week discussion, it's Wednesday and then the next Wednesday. And what am I expecting here? I'm expecting that you will engage with our reading resources and you'll give back to us some information in depth, right? About 250 words. And I want it to be detail oriented. Don't try to cover more than like one section in the reading, because the idea is that we all put our voices in and we build a study guide. We're not answering a specific question, we're building information. So write about the thing that interests you most or the thing that you want to generate conversation about so you can learn more about it. And then you'll see as we go through, the pattern is the same. We'll have the collaborative study and then we'll talk about our papers or a specific topic. Collaborative study, this one specific topic. And so we'll go on like that. Always plan to show up to class early in the week to make those Wednesday deadlines. If you miss those deadlines, it's a 2-point deduction. If you don't show up at all, it's 0 for the original points or 0 out of 10 for the reply posts. So you have an obligation to both make a post and reply to 3 of your peers and to show up at least 3 times in 2 weeks or in 1 week, depending on the length of the discussion. The quizzes here, this link isn't very helpful to you because the quizzes are in the textbook, and we'll go look there in just a second. So when you enter the quiz site or the quizzes link in D2L, you will just get this little message from me that the quizzes are in the textbook site. And you can go to the McGraw-Hill Campus Connect to find your SmartBook assignments and quizzes. or you can go here in content and find your textbook right here. All right, so you're going to go in here, and I want to talk about these smart book assignments. This is adaptive study. So, you've already, in theory, taken 2 semesters of Gen Bio, and so I want you to start with the smart book assignments, right? As they will query you, and when you answer correctly, you'll move through the path more quickly. If you answer incorrectly, you'll get more and more support in that. If you read all of the textbook and then you go back to the study book, students have told me that, excuse me, the smart book assignments, students have told me that it's very time consuming. And so that's why I'm telling you now. And each of these assignments is only worth 5 points. And so, I'm sorry, I'm an instructor, so this is not popping up properly, but your textbook will connect there. Each smart book assignment is worth 5 points. So it should not be a point of stress for you. If you don't get to it, just move on. Try to keep pace with the class. I want to show you one other thing. At the beginning of each module, there are these introduction pages. And you can use these tools here to move through the contents of the module. When you get to the exploration, this is kind of like a lecture, right? This is, I'll talk to you about what we're doing here, topics, or related to the paper. So please engage with this. This will help to answer lots of your questions and support what we're talking about in discussion and reading about in the textbook. All right, I think that's all I have for you. Oh, I do want to talk about one other thing. My apologies. So take a look at these assignments, all these project assignments. You're going to write a research paper in this class, and you're going to start to think about it today. So you're taking this class for a reason. You pick the topic. The topic should flow with the learning outcomes for the course, General Botany. But right now, start thinking about, what do you want to get out of this? Where would you direct your energies if you were going to choose a botanical topic, an ecological topic, an issue, a topic of social justice related to plants? You decide. At the end of module 1, you'll already present a topic. It's not cast in stone. You're just telling me what you like to know about. And then you're finding 3 citations and practicing the research process. And then we get into module 2, and you'll write paragraphs about 3 of 5 references. And those references might change because now we've covered a lot more material in the class. But by now you should really be solidifying your concepts. Those paragraphs you write to annotate the bibliography are the body paragraphs for your paper. I'm tricking you into doing the hard part first, describing the science, and then you craft the paper. Okay, so please take this assignment very seriously, because in the end you'll be so happy that you already did that part. You already summarized the research that applies to your topic. Then you'll write me an outline, which could simply be a single sheet of paper with some bulleted points. It could be all of your topic sentences if you're that far along. And then when we get to the first draft deadline, I hope that you will submit to me a complete draft. If you do, I will project your final grade. And then if you don't want to work more on it and you're happy with the grade, you could just submit it and be done with the project. But if you submit me an incomplete draft, I will give you comments and you will have to make a new submission for the final draft. So that's the self-directed, student-directed part of the course. What do you want to know about botany? It should be expressed in this project. All right, friends, I look forward to meeting you this week in this student introductions discussion. After you make a post in this student introductions discussion, feel free to go right ahead and start working on the, this science process discussion. So yes, we have 2 discussions going on, and we want to pay mind to both of them. All right, I look forward to talking to you soon.